radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah. Today's Thursday, September 10th, 2020. Yeah, man. $254 days into the new year, only 112 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planets. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Today is Thursday. It is Fadernight. That's right. Open lines all night long. A call-in number. Take a pen out. Pencil. Paper. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Oh, man. What a week. What a week. What a week. UFO week here on Fade to Black. Last night, Kevin Estrella. What a great conversation last night. And, I mean, to go through and think about what we do each night here on Fade to Black, and I'm talking about, you know, what we're going to do tonight on Fadernight, which is the obvious things, which is UFOs, conspiracy, you know, time travel, the supernatural, the paranormal, and lost history, and everything else that we discuss on a Fadernight. And it's always UFO week here. But what I like to say, because we discuss UFOs and ET every single night on the show, but there is the conspiracy umbrella and what is underneath it, because so much falls underneath that, you know, and you picture an umbrella with strings hanging off of it, reaching to all of these subjects, and how they just seem to be connected. And then you've got science and the conspiracy that is there too as well, and history and what is being taught in the schools. It's a very strange thing. And today is September 10th. More on that in just a minute. But here we are in the middle of UFO week here on Fade to Black, and we're about to kick off another night of open lines. And I've got Coast to Coast this weekend on Saturday night. I've got Jacques Vallée as my guest. I've got John Greenwald coming in for the first hour to talk about the news that he is breaking once again about the Pentagon. And it's another night of UFOs over on Coast on September 12th. So, yeah, that's what makes this show for me so important. So 747-228-2051. We'll open up the phone lines at the bottom of the hour. We are working on the next couple of episodes right now of the H Factor. You can check out the first 3 episodes of the H Factor right now over on our YouTube channel. It is called Game Changer Network, right there on YouTube. I think it's like YouTube/Game Changer Network, I think is the URL for that. I could be wrong, but it's something pretty close to that. You can find it, Game Changer Network, right there on YouTube. We've got it up in social media as well. All right. Let's get this show moving along. It's my favorite night of the week. I'm really looking forward to the conversation tonight. And what you want to do, yeah, what a week. Yeah, I agree. That's from Judy. Judy, yeah, I know. What a week. I mean, just an unbelievable week on the show. All right. Where am I at? Yeah, that Peter Davenport show messed with me. Oh, man, what a week. What a week. Okay. Crystal Skulls. I've got them right here in the studio. You can see them right over there. I get my crystal skulls from one source, Carolyn Ford. You can go over to her website, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com, and get yourself your own crystal skull. Use the promo code Jimmy right now. Jimmy, 10% off of your order today. All of her crystal skulls are imprinted. They sit right next to Einstein, the ancient crystal skull of knowledge. That's right. Okay, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. The banners, links, all your info is over at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Follow me on Twitter at, there's Emma Peel. Yeah, Diana Rigg passed away. Yeah, found out earlier today. Messed with me. I love that show. I forget about what's his name. Doesn't even matter. It was Emma Peel that made that show. She wasn't afraid to fire a machine gun. Diana Rigg. Rest in peace. All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. At JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox on Twitter. Hashtag F2BQ is Fade to Black Questions. You can post all of that right there. You can also email Jimmy at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Let's get to the breaking news. Setting the tone for some of the conversation that we will be happening tonight. Let's see. Jason President. Happy Fadernight, everybody. TTSA is an organization that doesn't know what it is. Yeah. You got that right. Yep. And Elf is drinking his coffee. I'm drinking mine. Forget the guy, for God's sakes. What happened to the ice cream? What? Okay, I missed it. You know what? I missed the first part of the tweet. All right, where am I at? Check this out. And he kind of knew about this. I mean, he felt this coming. You live in the United States. Well, in the newest Social Progress Index, out of 163 countries assessed worldwide, the United States, Brazil, and Hungary are the only countries in the world in which people are worse off than when the index began in 2011. And the declines in Brazil and Hungary were smaller than that of the United States. The United States, despite our immense wealth, military power, and cultural influence, ranks 28th in the quality of life, having slipped from 19th in 2011. The index now puts the United States behind Estonia, the Czech Republic, Cyprus, Greece, and 22 other countries. The United States ranks number 1 in the world in the quality of universities, but it's ranked number 91 in access to quality education. That's right. Basic education. The U.S. leads the world in medical technology, yet we are number 97 in access to quality health care. Who's number 1? Norway. Norway comes out on top in the 2020 edition, followed by Denmark, Finland, and New Zealand. South Sudan is in last place at the bottom, with Chad and the Central African Republic just behind. The statistics were compiled before COVID hit. So we'll have to wait and see how much more we're going to drop in the rankings next year. There you go. That's how you kick off the news here on Fade to Black. Yesterday, Portland, Oregon is in the news, but not for what you may think. Portland, Oregon banned the use of facial recognition technology by city departments, including local police, as well as public-facing businesses that face the street, such as stores, restaurants, and hotels. That's right. Portland joins a growing number of places in the United States, such as San Francisco, Oakland, and Boston, that have outlawed city use of surveillance technology, which is meant to identify a person from an image of their face. Yeah. All right. I reported on this last year, and it's pretty sensational. Well, the testing is now complete because a block of lasers that can display advertisements in the sky, right, has been tested in the stratosphere by a Russian company called Avant Space. Avant says that its constellation of satellites will eventually be the brightest star in the night sky, comparable to the brightness of Venus. Their technology underwent testing this weekend of its light level, which was completed successfully. Once the lasers are operational, they will function as advertising space in the sky, allowing companies to illuminate the world's cities with their branding. Imagine Nike, right? Nike. Just think about that. In space. It's going to happen. AT&T, Verizon, Ford. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a Russian company. I can't think of a Russian company right now but think about it. Think about it. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, in the sky. KFC, finger looking good. It's going to be like right here. With such a vast audience, entire cities, the company says that the price of advertising per customer will be cheaper than anything else out there, and that includes TV or billboards. Now, according to the International Air Transport Association, the IATA, providing a single dose of the vaccine for coronavirus to 7.8 billion people on the planet will require the use of 8,000 Boeing 747 cargo aircraft. Now, there's two kinds of 747 cargo aircraft. There's the 747-400F, and there is the 747-8. Okay, those are the two. And that's it, right? That's it. There's other cargo planes, but they are saying 8,000 Boeing 747 cargo aircraft for a lot of different reasons. One, obviously, it's the biggest. That's the number one. It's the most in use. And two, refrigerated, right? So those are the criteria coming into play. But as of today, there are only 266 747-400Fs and 130 747-8s in the world. Trip on that. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, okay, all right, so there's 400 of them. Jimmy, there's 397 of these aircraft. So obviously they're going to have to fly double, right? They're going to make 2, 3, 4 flights, and they'll make up for it, and then eventually you can get to that magic number of 8,000. Not so fast, kids. It ain't that simple. Really. And it's the countries that own these aircraft, too, as well. It's not just the United States. Think about that. It's a crazy number. All right. Now, Now it's time for me to freak you out. You ready? Amazon has named Keith Alexander, former NSA National Security Agency chief and head of U.S. Cyber Command, to head its board of directors. Now, Amazon said that along with the 11-member board, Alexander will also join Amazon's 4-member audit committee. Alexander currently serves as co-CEO of IronNet. Yeah, IronNet, the cybersecurity company. A company that he founded back in 2014. But it was under Alexander that former NSA contractor Edward Snowden leaked classified documents in June of 2013 revealing the work of the agency's spying and data collection programs. And that who is sitting at the head right now, chief, right there, for the board of directors of Amazon. I'm just going to let you fill in the blanks on that one. Let's get the show cracking. Happy birthday to today. Colin Firth is 60 years old. Tinker Tailor, Soldier, Spy, one of the greatest movies ever made. Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night, one of Ireland's great exports, by the way. Danny Hutton today is 78. Jethro Tull, drummer, Barrymore Barlow, is 71 years old. Guitarist Jose Feliciano, today is 75 years old. And I'm saving the best for last. Aerosmith guitarist Joe Perry today is 70. Holy crap. All right. On this day in history, 2008, scientists successfully flipped the switch for the first time on the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, kicking off history's biggest science experiment, opening up those portals, creating black holes right there at CERN. Fader fact. Okay, here we go. This is one of the best Fader facts I've ever done. And every night I think it's the best. Every night I think the Fader fact that I'm whipping out, this one tops them all. Well, tonight, this one tops them all. Naples, Italy is now logging pet dogs' DNA into a citywide registry. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, that's pretty cool. Dog gets lost, there's a registry, DNA, dog gets stolen, you get, right? That's, no. Samples from piles of poo left on the street will be entered into the database and used to identify the dog's owner. The city will fine culprits $685 for each doo-doo. That's right. That's worse than facial recognition technology right there. Right there. Portland needs to outlaw that. That's insane. And that's your Fader fact, and it's vetted. Right now, $685. Busted, too. You get the mail, opening it up, right? What? I got something from the city. Oh, okay, open up. What? DNA test. There's your picture of Muffy. $685. Your kids are walking the dogs and they're not picking up, after the dog, and they're coming back and they're lazy, and you get a bill in the mail for 6 poos. $4,000. Yeah, right now in Naples, Italy. You know what they're giving up the dogs. I don't need them. You can take her. I'm done. I'm no longer a pet owner. Not paying this bill tonight. This is another Thursday. It is Fadernight with open lines all night long. Okay, the call-in number is 747-228-2051. And right now I need to hit this River Moon coffee. Wash this down with your River Moon coffee. What is that? Is that pizza? I see the olives. I see mushrooms. I see sausage. I think I see a slice of pepperoni there. That looks pretty good. Oh, we're going to have Italian tonight after the show. I'm just warming everybody up for that. It is ravioli, meat sauce, and mozzarella-filled ravioli, and meatballs, and cheesy garlic toast. Yep, that's what's waiting for me tonight. So let's get to these phone calls. Let's blast through this show so I can get home and get her done. All right. River Moon Coffee, rivermooncoffee.com. Promo code F2B Blend, 15% off of your order today. You can also go to the Amazon store. It's right there. The banners are at jimmychurchradio.com. All right. That's a great idea. I hate going for a walk and seeing a great big steaming pile of crap just steaming away. Wow. Donnie had to put steaming in there twice on the sidewalk. I know, right? Okay, so tonight is September 10th. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, we get to September 10th and we know that tomorrow is September 11th. That's how big of a date it is. September 11th. You get to September 10th, September 9th, you know you're warming up to it, right? Oh, it's going to be September 10th. The next day is September 11th. And that's tomorrow. And yes, there will be a day filled with video, comments made, memories recounted, guests on radio and TV reliving the day. It's going to happen. Tomorrow is September 11th. There will also be a flood of the different conspiracy theories around social media. That's going to be out there. There's going to be stuff on YouTube. It's strange how YouTube hasn't actually blocked 9/11 conspiracy videos, but you would think that would be its own category, right? That's where we got all of our news. That's where we got all our original conspiracy theories from, right? Yeah, Alex Jones. Well, these conspiracy theories and series are still around because the questions have not been answered. For me, and I'm not going to recount memories. I'm not going to go through any of that right now. But for me, the moment that I started to feel strange was when I was alone in my office at HHB in Santa Monica right after 9/11. This is probably September 11th. This is like September 15th, 16th. And I was reading through the news on my computer. I'm alone in my office. Everybody had left for the day. The whole floor was empty. And I'm in my office. I was the national sales manager. And I'm going through the headlines, reading everything, just like everybody else was around the country. And I'm looking at the video in New York City. And you know, and here I am late at the office. You know, I'm the only one there. So I'm a little creeped out about that. And, you know, we were all tripping. And as I'm watching these videos, one after another, and the photographs of New York and the debris and the destruction and the fire department and the things and the fires and that, all that stuff that's going on, right? Well, I read this headline, and the headline says, and I read the headline, it says, hijacker's passport found on a sidewalk in New York City. It was at that moment I knew something wasn't right. That headline, hijacker's passport found on a sidewalk in New York City. No. I'm looking at all of the debris, all the destruction, the things, everything disintegrated and powdered and things, and nothing left. And 2 buildings, 100 stories tall, just crumbled into dust. And they find the hijacker's passport. Come on, man. Shortly after that, when all of the flights, it was like the next day, shortly after, this happened to me back to back. When all of the flights were grounded in the United States, no flights anywhere, everything grounded, no air traffic. I read a report that the only flight in the air at that point in all of the United States was a private jet with the Bin Laden family on its way to Saudi Arabia. And it was things like that. I mean, for me, at this point, everything just got a little bit stinky. These 2 facts, forget about everything else and my imagination and everything. I only needed these 2 things right there that smelled of a cover-up. Those 2 things right there were a real conspiracy. There is no way that was the passport was just found. No. I'm not buying it. Still don't. I just don't. Maybe they were just hijackers. Maybe they just, the plane, maybe they flew them in the plane. Maybe all of that really happened. But what didn't happen was his passport came out of that building after the fires and everything else and the destruction, everything, and his passport just bloop onto a sidewalk. Somebody looks down, sees it, picks it up, and goes, oh, no, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. It was placed there and found with a story written about it, but that passport did not fall out of that falling building. It didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Didn't happen. It just messes with me to this day. Same thing with the Bin Laden family. It's just not a coincidence. I mean, they knew out of the gate, man. They knew out of the gate. They knew beforehand, and they just knew. Nobody else in the United States is important enough to get on a plane. Nobody else can get on a private plane. Nobody else in the world, nobody but the Bin Laden family allowed to board a plane and get out of town and fly to Saudi Arabia. Think about that. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. I'll be right back after this short break with your phone calls. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Email is jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hello to everybody on Facebook, iHeartRadio, iTunes, TuneIn, TalkStream Live, and KGRA, The Planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder. but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Teppy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Getthetea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. Everything that you want to talk about, everything is on the table. It doesn't matter. UFOs, time travel, conspiracy, the paranormal, supernatural, time travel, lost history. It's a very strange night tonight, in that tonight is September 10th, and that just feels weird to me. It feels weird. September 10th. Tomorrow is September 11th, Friday, and I do want to remind everybody that Saturday night I'm over at Coast to Coast AM. Big night over on Coast, because my guest is Jacques Vallée, live from Paris. And this is a show that has been on the books now for 3 weeks. It's a very important show, and so you're not going to want to miss that. Also, coming in on the first hour is John Greenwald with his breaking news. Always breaking news, it seems like, with John Greenwald. And this time around, it's about the Pentagon possibly destroying UFO documents. Yeah, you're going to get the full story Saturday night over on Coast. So that's it, 747-228-2051. And it's open lines all night long. So whatever you would like to talk about, I think I kind of set the tables for what's on my mind tonight. But then again, it's your show. It is your conversation. Let's see who's up first. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Oh, hi, Jimmy. This is Kay calling from Detroit. I'm up first tonight.
Yeah, you are, Kay. How are you?
Oh, it's the first time. I wanted to say hi and give a shout-out to all the Fadernauts.
Yeah, right on.
Got a quick story. I had to get a new phone, and I was charging the phone so it was off, and I was talking to a friend of mine on my home phone, and all of a sudden my new phone turned on and started talking to me all by itself. And I thought that was a little strange. And then my clock fell off the wall.
Okay.
I had 3 pictures of wall hangings that fell off the wall all at the same time. And I got a little freaked out, so I hung everything back up on the wall, turned my phone back off, walked out of the room, came back in, my phone was talking, and all the pictures were off the wall again.
So what do you think?
Well, it happened about a month ago, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Because it was not like these pictures have been up on the wall for years.
Right.
But I had this new phone, and like I was talking on another phone, and all of a sudden it heard my conversation, and it decided to chime in on my conversation that I was having all by itself.
Well, but what do you?
So an
what do
energy
you?
burst.
But what do you think it is?
Well, I live over a Native American burial ground, and all the wall hangings that were on the wall were Native American made, dream catchers and spirit shields and things like that. So I'm kind of relating it to that because that's the only thing that makes sense to me right now.
Well, the phone part, I mean, that's just part of the surveillance today. You know,
I know.
Not only
when
from
it's turned off, when it's completely turned off, like in the off position, not sleeping, and I'm charging it.
Yeah, I
That
I
should
don't know.
not come on without an energy burst.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Well, anything's possible these days. I'm trying to survive COVID in Detroit and Michigan, so
Sure. The
it's rough on all of us.
Yeah, my one thing I have noticed with iPads, and I've seen it with iPhones too as well. So is this that when they die, right, the battery, right, and they go, and they shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Then you plug in the charger and put the phone down. As soon as it hits voltage level, they do turn back on. They turn back on by themselves. That's with iPhones. I don't know if it happens with Androids, but or the Google Chrome phones. I don't know, but definitely I know this because my iPads, I run them down all the time. They're sitting on my nightstand, and I'm listening and watching them. And so when they turn off, right, and it's low power. When you plug it in, you get the red battery thing there, right? It's it's charging. The battery thing goes off the screen, and you wait a couple of minutes, and then boom, it boots up on its own and goes to the Apple screen, and then goes back to normal. So that's that. I'm not saying it's the same thing with your phone. Is it an Android or is it Apple?
It's an Android, yeah. But to chime in on my conversation, of course it has Alexa's probably built in because it's only a couple months old, but it was built, probably made a couple years ago. But that's the technology.
Well, there is
today.
Yeah, but there is. Just so you know, Kay, there are a few trigger words. Those devices are never completely off.
Right.
They're never completely off. They're waiting for a trigger word to activate, right? And they will turn on. And if you're having a conversation, it may misinterpret something that you're saying as a trigger word to activate the phone. And that goes with all of the smart home technology stuff, the different speakers and things for your home. that you may have them turned off, but they're not off. Call 911, put the gun down, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
These.
Right. Coming from a high-tech guy, I feel a little bit better because it makes a lot of sense. But if the pictures hadn't fallen off the wall all at the same time and my clock, I guess I wouldn't have freaked out as much because it kind of was simultaneous.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
That was my early Halloween story, so I'm sticking to it.
There you go. Are you guys having trick or treating in Detroit this year?
No, we never have trick or treating in Detroit anymore. They seriously, what they do is they have like you'll go to the mall and everybody gets bussed into the mall and wear their costumes and go to malls or little halls or things of that nature. But to walk the streets,
ain't happening.
My phone just said to me, "Hi there."
See, I told you. I told you.
Find my phone.
Yeah, that's funny. So not even
this one's turned on.
What about trick or treating in Grosse Pointe? I mean, that's a safe neighborhood.
Yeah, but you know what? The suburbs are just like when I was a little kid. I can go 5 miles from here, which is Dearborn,
right.
town.
Right.
And you'll see all the kids running around in the costumes, the little fairies, the witches, the ghouls, and the goblins. But as soon as you come into Detroit proper, it's all over. Lights are out, no porch lights. They'll come in a van, maybe 15 at a time. They'll all get out, run up to the porch with no costumes, get back in the van, go around the block, and come back to your house again because you're the only one passing out candy.
Yeah.
So I always make sure I get my favorite kind so there's some left over for me.
Have a great night, Kay. Good to hear your voice. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
It's been a while. I wanted to call in and let you know I'm still hanging in there and saying hi to everybody out there. Thanks for taking my call.
Go back, Lee Tappy.
Go back, Lee Tappy.
That's what I'm talking about. Kay from Detroit. Yeah, I often wonder about, let's see, who's on hold the longest. This caller is right there. We're gonna do the ethical game tonight. They banned and then unbanned trick-or-treating here in L.A. I mean, that's according to my daughter. I read the banning orders. I said, that's it. No trick-or-treating in Los Angeles County. And then Diana told me last night, she goes, nope, they unbanned it. They're allowing trick-or-treating. So that's the latest. I don't have any news, but I'm pretty excited. I just love Halloween. I don't know what's going to happen. We have, probably somewhere between 500 and 1,000 kids visit our home every year, and it's so much fun. Let's see what happens this year. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're
Hello.
live.
This is Kevin from Indianapolis.
Hey, Kevin from Indianapolis. What part of Indianapolis?
I live down on the south side.
How south?
Greenwood, Whiteland. Yeah, Greenwood.
Oh, yeah, Greenwood. Nice part of town.
Pretty nice.
Absolutely, man. Love that part of town. It was, when I lived there, I lived in, on the east side, right, on the 70 and the 465, Cumberland, right? So we could either go north or south, right? We never went west. We never went to the west side. It was either south of Greenwood or up into
Castleton.
Yeah, Castleton. Yeah, that whole. I worked up there too as well. Or you can go east out to Greenfield. That's a hop in town. So what are you
going on
do?
in Greenfield?
Yeah, exactly. I've got a lot of friends that live there today. They escaped the city. What's on your mind tonight, Kevin?
A couple questions about tomorrow or comments.
Sure.
I'm an Air Force veteran. Was in for 10 years. I worked on airplanes, airframe repair, sheet metal. I know a little bit about airplanes. When I saw those planes supposedly saw those planes hit the buildings, I went back to my Air Force days, and there's no way. I bet my life on it, and I've said it for 19 years. There's no way those planes can fly into those buildings. It's physically not possible.
Explain.
Well, I worked on C-130s, C-141s,
right,
transport planes, and I was in North Carolina, and we ran missions up to Canada a couple times a month, and they would come back, those planes would come back, and then when they hit a couple of geese or a flock of geese, now a bird, hollow bones and feathers, it tears a plane apart. It tears a wing, into oblivion. It comes back, there's birds all over the wings and inside the wings, and if a bird can tear a plane apart like that, how can a aluminum structured airplane fly through a steel building? It just doesn't. I just can't think that's the way it happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, and I appreciate everything that you are saying, because and I'm not going to go too far with this with my imagination, but I'll say this: aluminum foil, we all know, right? And what it consists of, and when you watch a plane fly and you watch the wings shake and you think about how light it is, and you just feel all the walls, and everything is thin. Everything on a plane is thin, and the outer skin, everything is thin. And I get that. It just doesn't feel like a plane should be able to hold itself together with 200 people on board. I'm waiting for the wings to break off. It freaks me out. So I hear you there. But you take a pool, and you walk into the water and you walk down the steps, there's no resistance. But you fall into a pool from 100 feet up, and that water is now like hitting concrete, and you're going to die. So when you combine velocity with mass like that, and you're rushing things together at 200 or 300 miles per hour into a standing object that's not water, it's a building made of concrete and steel, you are going to have that resistance there, and you're going to have that type of destruction. So
I understand what you're saying, and I agree. I don't know if you ever have, but there are several Air Force tests videos out there. There's eyewitness reports or videos of planes crashing into buildings all over the world, and they hit the building, they disassemble upon impact, and they fall to the ground.
Sure.
Hardly ever do you see them penetrate. All the way, and the other thing too that everyone has seen that's on this call and everyone else, those planes went all the way through the building and came out the other side. Till the day I leave this earth, I'll never ever believe that's what happened.
Yeah, and then you go to the other side of this. And Kevin, this is, look, I know that 9/11 is a conspiracy. I know that there are issues with it. Okay, issues. I mean, big issues. Like I said, the passport being found on the sidewalk. Don't feed me that line of crap. It was placed there. But that doesn't mean that some of the things about 9/11 are the way that it happened. Like the planes flying in and actually hitting the buildings and flying through the buildings, and I'll tell you why. And I'm not, I don't know anything as fact. This is just my imagination. But those floors are 10, 12, 14 feet tall. They're big office floors, right? Okay, it's a high-end office building. It's not 8-foot ceilings, you know what I mean? So those floors are tall. And you can, on any floor at that building, except for where the elevators are, some of those offices, you could see from window to window. It's wide open. So if those planes are flying through the window into an open floor of cubicles, there ain't nothing there to stop the plane. It's going to go straight through and go through the glass on the other side. So
I mean, you'd have to get real lucky, though. I mean,
but what I'm saying is, Kevin, I don't mean to cut you off, but what I am saying is, if that is possible, then you just can't say the plane would just be like hitting the side of the Grand Canyon. It's going to stop right there, and every piece of the plane is not going to break through the windows. No, I can't buy that. So, yes, some of the plane did not go through. Some of it fell on the other side. But I'm not saying that there isn't a conspiracy here, and I'm not saying that the government didn't know in advance that this was happening. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are a lot of guilty parties here. They knew the bin Ladens were involved. They knew bin Laden they knew all of this in advance. They knew things in advance. Right. That is a conspiracy. And that should scare the crap out of anybody much more than hologram airplanes or nuclear suitcase bombs or demolitions and pulling, and cordite and all of those other conspiracy theories that are out there. That's Playtown. Even if those conspiracies are real, let's say, let me throw this out there, Kevin. Check this out. Let's say that there was an undetected nuclear suitcase bomb that brought down both buildings and Building 7. Let's just say that, right? That's crazy talk, but let's just say that actually happened. That's not as big of a conspiracy as the one of the government knowing in advance. That's a conspiracy. That's the real deal. That's what should scare the crap out of everybody in this country. That's the conspiracy. I don't care if it was hologram airplanes. I don't care if it was cordite. I don't care if it was demolition. I don't care about secret dudes going in months in advance and wiring the building for demolition. I don't care about any of that. That's trivial. That's child's play. The real conspiracy is that the government knew in advance.
And that's a super, super good point. And the problem, not the problem, but the truth of the matter is that the majority of this country watches or believes what they watch on the news and what they see, and that's the truth. And you just hit the nail on the head. Is the deeper, not the petty things, all the little things that added up together. Those are all part of it, but the big picture is who knew. Obviously, our government, and who the Americans have just looked the other way. There's no way our government would do that. They'll never believe that.
Right. Right.
It's the truth. And the other comment, and you kind of touched on it with demolition. If anybody that has a TV seen Building 7 fall and thinks that came down from office fires, they need to go see a psychiatrist or something, because that building was obviously detonated to fall.
There you go. All right, Kevin, thank you for the phone call. And let me ask you this, because I love Indianapolis. I love Indy. Late night, you and your buddies, it's 2 a.m., and you're just left the bar, right? You just closed the bar, and you're driving home. Do you go to Waffle House, or do you go to White Castle? I'm just asking, Kevin. I just need to know.
Okay, simple answer. Depends.
You can't do it.
It depends on what. It depends. If it's me and my buddies, we could go to either. But if we have dates with us, we're going to take them to Denny's and be a little more up class.
No, I didn't put Denny's on the table. I didn't. No, you can't. No. I ain't putting Denny's on the table.
White Castle. You put me on the spot. White Castle.
Kevin, you are spot on the money, man. Thank you so much. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. And I'll see you Saturday night over on Coast.
I'll be there.
I'll talk to you. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Kevin, are you still there?
I am.
What high school did you go to?
Well, I didn't go to Indianapolis. I went to a little bitty town out in Morgan County. Eminence. You ever heard of Eminence?
Yep, Eminence, Indiana, of course.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 48 people in our class.
I was going to say there's 50 people in that town. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it was tiny. It was tiny.
Isn't there a new eminence too as well? Eminence and new eminence, or I could be wrong.
I don't know about that. I know there's eminence, and it's been there for 150 years. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, well, anyway, Kevin, enjoy your night, man, and thank you for the phone call.
Thanks,
Great
man.
stuff.
Hey, one more thing.
What's that?
Go back, Lee Tappy.
Go back, Lee Tappy. I'll talk to you. Kevin from the south side of Naptown, down there in Greenwood. This is Fade to Black. It is Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's September 10th. Trippy, isn't it? September 10th. 747-228-2051. Madeline just said Waffle House because White Castle does not taste as good as when I was a kid. That's a great answer. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go back, Lee Tappy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell.
You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers.
Yes.
We're of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers, and you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back. Fade to Black, Thursday night, Fadernight, September 10th. Trippy day, isn't it? That's right. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. We got a busy night ahead of us on the phones, and let's get straight back to it. Hello, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a drag right there. That's a drag. That's somebody that's been sitting on hold for 26 minutes, and they're going right back on hold. That's painful. That's painful. I waited that whole time. Oh man. Let's see what's going on here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Donna.
Hi, Donna. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
It's Thursday night, Donna. Come on, man.
As of 5:20 today, I am officially on vacation.
As of 5:20 today. Is that when you clocked out? So you knew it was 5:20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't 4:20. Yeah. It was 5:20.
No, first vacation I've had since June of last year.
Wow. I haven't had a real vacation. No, you know what? I'm going to fib. But like a real vacation, not a working vacation, but like a real vacation. We spent 2.5 days in Vegas on New Year's this year. That kind of counts. Other than that, I haven't had a vacation in 8 years.
Dang.
8 years. 8 years. Blame it all on Rita. And blame it all on Rita.
Okay.
I'm always saying to Rita, let's rent an RV. Let's go to Area 51. Then we can go to the Grand Canyon. And then let's just drive across the United States and turn around. Let's come back in a week or two. And nope. We got to work. We got to work. Church, you got to work.
Pick me up.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you how it is.
That sounds awesome.
Man, if you worked for Rita, you wouldn't have got vacation today at 5:20. I can tell you that right now. Wouldn't happen.
Oh.
Rita would tell you your vacation ends on Sunday night. You're back at work Monday morning. So what are you going to do on your vacation, Donna?
A little bit of nothing.
Yeah, that's good. Just recharge the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna drink?
Probably not.
Are you gonna eat?
Well, unfortunately, I have to.
Right, of course. How long's your vacation?
I don't go back until 10 days from now.
Wow, that is just remarkable. That's pretty cool. And you know what? You've got a job, you've got a vacation, and you got a job to go back to. You're a winner.
Mm-hmm.
You're a winner. Fine. You're ahead of the game.
But by the way, you're gonna love that Apple TV.
Yeah,
you are so gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm digging it more and more. I really am.
Yeah.
You
can get Facebook Watch on there. You can get there's a Surfer app you can get to listen to Surfer on there, and there's Billy Carson's channel is on there. He's got an app on there, and there's a Peacock where you can watch free content on there, including Project Blue Book and Sequest from years ago.
Oh, I love
you can watch
Sequest.
you can look at your photos and your videos from your Apple or your iPhone, and listen to your library from your iTunes account.
Yeah, that's and you know,
you're gonna love it.
Yeah. I really like it. It's funny, but the interface for Netflix and Amazon on the is better than on the Fire Stick. Way better.
Or the Roku.
Yeah, I don't know about Roku. That's the one thing I don't have. Or
I have
Chromecast.
A Roku also.
Yeah, I don't have Chromecast. But I'm digging the Apple TV. I love the remote, except for I don't have volume control. That's the only thing I don't like.
You can get volume control if you pair it with your if you have those AirPods. You can pair it with the device and listen to the TV on your AirPods and control the volume on the remote control.
Yeah, but I have surround sound.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and it doesn't control that. That's on a separate remote. That's the only thing. You're going to pay a price for anything. But yeah, no, I am digging the Apple TV. I really am. A very stable video signal. Everything looks better on that. Everything looks better. And then tonight, Italian food, relaxation, and episode 4 of Raised by Wolves. That came out today. Very excited.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been too busy watching Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, you've got Apple TV, so that means you've got HBO Max, which means you've got Raised by Wolves. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, Donna.
Oh, yeah.
I know how smart you are. I know how smart you are. You're going to dig Raised by Wolves.
Yeah, that's on my list. I've got kind of things that I've been wanting to watch on there. But the main reason why I wanted to call was I've been thinking about something.
What?
What if all this stuff with the TTSA stuff since December 17th, not 2017, all that, what if that's been a test on all of us to see what we can handle before they bring out the big stuff?
Well, I think that, and you may be right. And it's not just TTSA, Donna. If you think about it, it's part of it. But what about all of this asteroid talk that we get every single day, in the mainstream media? What about the fast radio bursts that we get every single day in the media? What about all the discoveries of exoplanets that we get every single day in the media? The search for alien life in the media.
Oumuamua,
Oumuamua, big,
all of that.
Yes. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. It does. It feels like they're warming us up. Warming. That's a good word. That's my new word of the day. Warming. They're warming us up for something, and I feel it. I just do. It's never been like this before.
No. And I've been studying UFOs since I was like 13 years old in high school.
Yeah.
And I never thought that this would happen.
No, we never. And I'm enjoying it. Every minute of it gives us a lot to think about and a lot to talk about. But it seems like any day now, we're going to tune into the news and we're going to see something nuts. About ET.
You know what's really cool?
What's that?
When it first came out about the Tic Tac videos and all that on December the 16th.
Yep.
And I posted that. I was teased like crazy. And then every time something come out, I would share it on Facebook. And the more time that's gone, I've been teased less and less.
That's right. No, of course. Anybody that was teasing you, right? Anybody that was teasing you, I'll tell you right now, everybody, they know we're not alone. They may tease you, right? And UFOs and tinfoil hats, ha ha ha. But they don't actually believe that we are the only intelligent civilization inside of 10 quadrillion trillion planets.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Stop with that.
And a couple of them have actually shocked me as coming out and saying, yeah, and then starting to talk about things I've been listening to for years on talk radio and everything. Even my mother shocked me extremely when she said that she believes that we're not alone. And you haven't met my mother, so.
No, I haven't.
That
Not
really
yet.
shocked me.
Not yet. All right. Well, you're right. They're warming us up for something. Thank you so much, Donna. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. And enjoy your Apple TV.
And
nothing but love to everybody. And go Beckley Teppy.
There it is. Go Beckley Teppy, Donna. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's a great phone call. Donna from Kentucky. She's the best right there. That's right. They're warming us up. That's right. They are. Jimmy has his own vocabulary. I know. It happens. It happens all by accident. It does. Man, I wonder if I'm going to go warming on Coast to Coast. That'll be interesting. All right. Let's see who is up next. Who is on hold the longest? It looks like it's this person right here. Let's see who it is. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Eric from extreme upstate New York.
Hey, Eric. How are you?
Well, pretty reasonable. I was trying to follow all your topics tonight, but I wanted to first address Ingwe Malmstrom.
Malmsteen.
I saw him.
Malmsteen.
Malmstrom.
No, Malmstrom is Malmstrom Air Force Base. That's a whole nother type of Swede.
Oh, okay, fine then.
Yeah.
I saw him back at Summerfest. You remember Summerfest?
No, where was that?
In Milwaukee. I'm sure you must have gone there.
No, I never went to Summerfest in Milwaukee. It sounds like a good time, though.
Well, it's the largest outdoor festival in the world. Anyway, so I saw him there, and when he came on the stage, the rock stage at the time, I'd been working at doing sound there for several years. Anyway, so he took the stage with Rising Force.
Yep.
And I said, this can't be real.
I know, right?
I just had to walk away. I mean, this was unreal. It's ungodly.
That was with, Rising Force, the original Rising Force with Jeff Scott Soto.
Exactly.
Man, Soto lives here in Burbank. I got to get him on Fade to Black.
Yeah, you should.
I got to get him on Fade to Black, man. That he is just insane. I was watching a video. It must have been 35 years old of this Japanese guitar player. His name is Kuni, Kuni, and Kuni showed up here in L.A. And hired a bunch of the best L.A. musicians to be his band and record, right? And he took a bunch of them back to Japan. Well, anyway, I'm watching this old video of this Japanese outdoor festival, and I see this band take the stage, and it's a Japanese guitar player. But I'm looking at the band. I'm looking at the drummer and the singer and the bass player, and I'm like, I know these guys. What's going on here? And it turned out it was Kuni, young Kuni too, the young version of Kuni, with Jeff Scott Soto on vocals. I forget who was playing bass and who was playing drums, but Jeff Scott Soto, man, was slaying the dragon. Just such a powerful front man, and I still think he's one of the best singers out of L.A., and he was the perfect singer for Yngwie at that time.
Wow. Cool.
All right. What else is on your mind, Eric?
Oh, the other thing, you went to 9/11, I guess, and you saw the video of the plane going into the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I happen to know for a fact that the structure was that there were steel girders every 10 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
So where did the wings go on that
Mhm.
first plane?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, where did they go?
Through the windows.
Yeah, right. They got sucked in. How did an aluminum nose plane crash into there and disappear?
I
know.
well,
You've asked these questions yourself.
yeah.
I don't demand an answer.
Look,
I know.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
I don't. I appreciate anybody thinking about this and applying it. I totally get it. You know, where you are going to think what you're going to think. I totally understand that, and I respect it. When I saw the plane fly through the building, and then after it crashed through, you know, it had that black outline of the plane, the hole in the side of the building. I looked at that forever, going, man, you know. So I get it, but I'm just giving you look. I talked about water earlier, right? You can walk into a pool, no resistance. You jump into a pool from 100 feet, you're going to die. It's like hitting concrete. So you can't say that a soft plane, a plane made of water hitting that building at 250 miles an hour is going to go straight through it. So I would think that aluminum and some plastic and everything else that plane is made out of is going to have a little stiffer resistance and, yes, go through it. Look, if somebody shot a bullet at you, a water pellet, at 600 miles an hour, you're going to die. It's going to go right through you. Might as well be lead. So you can't say that a soft plane is not going to go through that building. It is. It absolutely is. It is. It is. That doesn't say that there isn't a huge conspiracy here, and that the government didn't know about it, which is the real conspiracy.
I think you've got it. I think you've got it. You just can't say it. The Pentagon, how did a 16-foot hole contain a whole plane?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The Pentagon.
I think you know.
The Pentagon raises bigger questions than the Twin Towers does for me.
Oh, like the 9/11 when Rumsfeld said there was $23 billion missing.
No, he said. I think he said 1.2 trillion was missing.
Trillion.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and then everybody forgot about it the next day. So there you go.
And the next day, there we go.
Eric Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe.
Gobekli Tepe, my friend.
Have a great night.
Talk to you later.
And always really good points. All of these points that everybody's bringing up are really, really good points. And here we are, September 10th. And I told you that tomorrow's going to roll around and everybody's going to be watching the videos. Everybody's going to hear from the memories of everybody and recounting all of this over and over again with the conspiracy theories. And all of this is going to pop up tomorrow. I get that. I'm not on the air tomorrow. Tonight is September 10th. But it's your show, whatever you want to talk about. All right? I totally get it. Totally get it. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy. This is David, South L.A.
Dave, how are you, brother? Everything good?
I'm just about as evil as Boogeyman can be.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
But, well, one thing is the change in energy that's going on right now, the change of seasons. We're heading up to the equinox. But the things that I'm observing out in nature right now are, a lot of things are dropping, like information is dropping. If you're in the right place at the right time, you can learn a lot right now. But also, things are jumping off kind of unexpectedly, haphazardly, and I don't know how that's going to work out. But we're heading up towards the harvest. Everything that started out this year, all the seeds that were sown at the beginning of this year from March onward are now going to come in to be harvested.
Right.
And whatever that looks like, that is what's going to look like. We're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly all being harvested, coming back at us once again in this year. So that is something to anticipate. Second is giants. Beware of falling giants. Giants that have shallow roots. I was going through the forest, got all these pictures of trees blown over, because the area of the country I'm living in right now, very rocky soil. So you got these big trees that were really under maybe less than a foot of soil, growing out in all directions, tall, getting toppled over. So be very careful of falling giants, because if you're close to them, you will be crushed. And when they come down, when the winds of change blow, they are coming down. And if you're standing too close, you'll get crushed. So
do you think we're already in the harvest?
Harvest work is going on.
Yeah.
The harvest work is going on.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can see that with, the way, just the energies that are popping off right now. Young people, they're out doing their thing, and there's no way to really stop that. So the fires of summer are still burning, and they haven't become an ember yet. And so we got this kind of transition heading up to the equinox going on right now.
Man, you should see what it looks like in Los Angeles, man. It's crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
It rained here today.
It's crazy. Everything is all of the air. Everything that is ash.
Yeah.
It's this crazy color of how do I describe it? It's like it's gray with a color to it.
Is this the 3 days without sun they were talking about?
Well, I don't know. We're about 4 days into it now.
I know.
It's from the fires.
Okay.
It's from the fires,
Yeah,
but it's
certainly.
everywhere. It's horizon to horizon.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Okay. Have you been to New Orleans?
Not yet.
You've got.
People tell me I got to be there.
You've got it written all over you. You carry it with you. You know that.
Oh yeah, it's in me. It's on me. It's a part of me.
Yeah.
I got two other topics here. One is using a similar technique to Whitley Strieber's sensing technique that you might have heard of.
Say it again.
He has it posted. Whitley Strieber, on his radio program, he has up on his website a sensing technique. It's kind of a meditation, but it's guided with sensing and the body.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that?
He's told me about it.
Okay. Yeah, I think he probably got, it reminds me of something I got when I was in the Gurdjieff work. Have you ever been up to the Gurdjieff Foundation in Valley Village?
No, but I read a lot.
Okay. Jacob Needleman is, only in the Bay Area, and he is the person, if you have any questions, like the most knowledgeable person you'll find in the country on the Gurdjieff work, go to Jacob Needleman. He's written a lot of books on time, and I think he's the head of the religious studies department at Berkeley. But the Gurdjieff, one of their exercises that Whitley uses, I've been adding it to some of the kind of meditations I've been doing outdoors and things I've been doing in the woods with some interesting results. For interesting, you could add that to something like grounding your energy using a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever tried that, but it's something that I do because I have access to it right now, and I find it invaluable. I've got a little, Instagram 2-minute video on how to do it, but so that has been leading to some interesting things. And
you're not going to abandon LA, are you? And
permanently, I can't say, Crown, I'm crowned by the energy of the river. So I can go in different directions. I don't know if I get this regular resting thing. So back to LA, I'd love it. In a heartbeat, I'd be there,
Yeah.
Right now, I just got, I don't know, a lot of life and destiny to show up for. And that's the other thing is with the knowledge that's dropping right now, it's not so much that it's going to come to you automatically. You've got to be in the right place at the right time, as far as mentally, physically, and spiritually, to be able to receive some of this stuff. But it's going to be very important for the next year. I can't imagine what Halloween is going to look like this year. I mean, besides the trick-or-treating stuff, but just as far as all these energies coming to the Nexus.
Yep, I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm looking at today. Today's September 10th. So we know that we've got like 3 months left to 2021. It's going to blow by pretty quick. We've got November 3rd coming up in the election. We got to get that behind us and then concentrate on getting to 2021. And I'm going to just say this, David, it cannot get here fast enough. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your weekend, man, and go back Lee Tappy.
All right. Great googly moogly.
That's what I'm talking about. David in South LA. Every time that I have left Los Angeles for a length of time, and I've done it 2 or 3 times in my life, I was done with LA. Done. I'm never coming back. That lasts for about 3 months. It does. And that turns into a little bit long. And then all of a sudden you're just like, man, I miss the smell of Sepulveda Boulevard. There's a smell when you get off the plane at LAX and you walk out, right? And you walk outside and you breathe that nasty Los Angeles air. And you're like, I'm back. Oh, it smells so good. Because when you fly out of LA, you go to Nashville, you go to San Francisco, go to Chicago, doesn't matter. Miami, New York, doesn't matter where you go. Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, Denver, doesn't matter where you go. Anywhere in the United States, Phoenix, I don't care. Las Vegas, doesn't matter. Anywhere but Los Angeles. You get off the plane and you walk outside and you're like, that's what fresh air smells like. Oh, man, I could get used to this. This is great. And it just lasts for a little bit. It does. You get back to LA and you step off. You're out on the sidewalk out there in Sepulveda Boulevard. And you're like, man, that stink just smells so good. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It is Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. I'll be right back after this short break with more of your phone calls. 747-228-2051. This is Fade to Black. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
Including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back. Fade to Black, Thursday night, Fadernight. Open lines all night long. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. It's open lines tonight, open lines all night long. I want to remind everybody, tomorrow, of course, is September 11th, and then September 12th. Saturday, I will be over hosting Coast to Coast AM, and my guests are Jacques Vallée, live from Paris. Very special show. You're not going to want to miss that. Opening the show, opening act, John Greenwald of the Black Vault. All right. So there you go. With that, let's go back to the phones. Let's see who is up next. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got it now. Hi, you're live on Faded Black. Who's calling?
Hello, Yemi.
Hi,
My name is Yanni Ricardo. Last night, you laid down a challenge that I gleefully accepted, and I fulfilled, you son of a gun.
Okay. I really want to know what it may be.
You don't remember your little challenge last night of a particular movie you can't find online?
Yeah, I saw your tweets today. Okay, now, Johnny, let me just say this. Okay, what Johnny's referring to, everybody, was the movie Communion with Christopher Walken, released in 1989. Scared the crap out of me, and I haven't been able to find it since. It's not streaming anywhere. You can't buy it. You can see it. Oh, wait. That's what I said last night, right? I said all of these things. And the challenge was, let's see if any of you can prove me wrong. Let's see it. Let's see. So are you saying you found Communion streaming online?
Oh, I did share a link last night.
The link that you sent me that I clicked on said streaming not available.
Oh, really?
That's right.
It was streaming fine for me when I found it.
Are you on some VPN from like South Korea?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I was just using regular old YouTube.
Oh, that's on YouTube. No. I don't want to stream it on YouTube.
Well, I did download a copy today.
Is it widescreen or is it?
Yep. It's widescreen.
It is.
Good quality, too.
Good quality. Did you watch it?
I'm about 2/3 of the way in. I've been wanting to watch it since I first saw Whitley on Donahue back in '89.
Yeah, so this is the first time that you've seen Communion?
Yeah.
Ah, it's great, isn't it? It's a good movie.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm like 2/3 of the way in, And then I looked at the time. I was like, oh, time for Fade for Black.
It's a great movie. So,
hey.
Yes.
Have you seen the trailer for Dune yet?
Oh, yeah. I posted it last night, and I posted it, talked about it last night. I'm excited. And this is, you know what's great about the movie? First off, Villeneuve is just a great director. Arrival was such a great movie, and
I like Arrival.
And Blade Runner 2049, he did such a great job on that. Well, I have high expectations for Dune, and the trailer looks great. But then I took a look at the cast.
Sam Worm.
The cast, Johnny. It's the cast. Javier Bardem, right? Dave Bautista, Josh Brolin. Man, this is going to be a good movie.
Oh yeah, and he looks like he's really dissecting the book. Like page for page.
Did you see? Did you see who's playing Paul Atreides?
Yeah. He looks perfect for the role.
He played the son in Interstellar.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
You remember, Matthew McConaughey's son in Interstellar, right? You saw the movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Johnny. You got to go to the Fadernight corner for 5 minutes.
Oh,
that's it. You're in the corner. You're in the corner.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, all right.
What was the song that was playing in the Dune trailer?
I didn't catch it. What was it?
You didn't recognize the song?
No, I probably had the volume down. Maybe I had it up. But what was it? Tell me.
Eclipse, the last track on Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Who's in the corner now? Huh?
Yeah, no. That doesn't get you out of the corner. Johnny, enjoy your night, man. Go Beckley Tepe. Thank you so much.
Peace, love, chicken grease. May the force be with you, and go Beckley Tepe.
Go Beckley Tepe.
I know, I stumbled on that one.
No, you did good. Man. Right on, Johnny. Johnny Ricardo. Coming in strong. No, I didn't catch the Pink Floyd. I'm very excited about Dune. December 18th, 2020. It hopefully is going to save our year, and we can go out with a bang and have Dune here. But as far as communion goes, I got all the links from you guys. I got all the emails and everything. Everything that you sent me didn't work. And now I got the same links over and over again. You can get it on Amazon, man. You can get the DVD on Amazon. Okay? All right? I want you to go to Amazon. I want you to do it right now. Go to Amazon. Look up Communion, 1989. There it is. It's going to pop up. Christopher Walken. There's the DVD cover. Right there. Click on it. Try to buy it. It's going to tell you on that link, not available, out of stock. And I've been seeing the same thing. It will be back in stock, and they put a date there. So go and check it out. Don't tell me it's available. It is not. So then I go to Netflix today. Somebody sent me a Netflix link. Clicked on that and go to the Netflix website. There it is, streaming. Oh, click on Watch Now. Yeah, do it. Watch Now. Click. Broken link. That's right. Not available. So then, Amazon. Watch. Stream on Amazon. Says right here, stream it. Click on that. Takes you over. There it is. There's the cover. There it is. Watch Now. There's the link on Amazon. Click. Broken. Not available. So, I am so happy. Now, yeah, it's available on YouTube, and I get that. Thank you for that, Johnny, and I'm sure that it is. Somebody's got a bootleg copy up. They've uploaded it. That's great. I'm talking about try to purchase it, try to get the DVD, try to stream it on any of the platforms out there. Communion is not available. I got all excited last night. I thought, man, I'm going to be able to watch Communion tonight. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. When do you picture Rita joining in the cross-country RV trip? Because I totally do too. I would join them. I can picture a small crew of caravan following their big rig. Fadernauts trailing behind. Rita would love it. Stacy, talk her into it. Talk her into it. Talk her into it. Rumor has it, Stacy and Dan might be going west soon. And I'm hoping that you are. And if you are, Stacy, take that time to talk Rita into it. I know you can do it. I know you can. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you live on Fade to Black. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Ward.
It's who?
Ward, W-A-R-D.
Ward. How are you, Ward? Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, let me get you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can't do speaker.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry about that, Jimmy.
Okay. What's on your mind tonight, Ward? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Fort Myers, Florida.
Right on. What's going on out there?
Hey, I sent you and Rita a link to a video. I just sent it there's an actual video of an alien waving at me.
An alien is waving at you?
Yes.
And this is in Fort Myers, Florida?
This is in Fort Myers, Florida. I've had a bunch of videos of all different kinds of things. I don't know if you remember the robot video and
we're talking about 7 or 8 years ago.
Right, exactly. Well, this is a new one with an alien actually. You can see it that it's actually waving at me. It's not a obscure picture. It's pretty clear. You can see the alien waving. I don't know why it's waving at me or anything, but it's waving.
Wow. And where's this video at?
It's I sent it to you under Ward Alien Video is the Gmail, and you could also see it on my Ward Alien Video at YouTube too.
Okay. I can't do it during the show tonight, but the Fadernauts out there, I want somebody to go and watch this during the show at Ward's YouTube channel. What's the YouTube channel called?
It's 2 words. Ward's the first word. Ward is the first word. And the second word is alien video. If you put it in any other way, I get all this other stuff comes up. It doesn't come correctly. So you got to put it as Ward and then alien video as one word.
Thank you so much. And we'll get the Fadernauts on this, and they'll go watch the video. What's the video called? Alien Waves at Me? What's it called?
I think so. I think that's what I called it. I forgot what I exactly called it. I just put it up, so
okay.
All right. I'm not even that familiar with it, so but I think you'll be floored by it. It's not something that's like obscure. You can't see it or you can't make out what it is. You can actually tell. Actually, the video, the alien in the video actually has a 3-ring necklace on it. It's really weird.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see what the Fadernauts have to say, Ward. And
all right, sounds cool.
Go Beckley Teppy, man. Be safe out there.
All right, go Beckley Techie.
Right on.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, right on. Ward from Fort Myers, Florida. And Madeline just said, and see, you guys aren't listening. Madeline, listen. Madeline just tweeted. She says, "Hey, Jimmy, you can pre-order communion. Delivery by September 23rd or 24th. Exactly. It ain't in stock. I guarantee you order it. I can order it. I'll order it. I'll order the DVD. That DVD is not going to arrive. It'll roll around to September 20th. You're going to get a notice from Amazon. It's not in stock. It's back ordered. Do you want to cancel this? Do you want to keep this? Do you want to keep the order going?" That's what's going to happen. I'm just saying, I could be wrong. You know what? Okay, here we go. She just sent me the link. I was at this link today. Look, I'm clicking right now. Watch. Buy now. In real time on Amazon. Place your order And says right here, yes, arriving September 22nd, 2020. Done. It is ordered. Thank you. Your order has been placed. I will keep everybody posted. So we have less than 2 weeks. So 12 days it's supposed to be here. Okay? All right. Let's see. Where am I going next? Is this right? I don't even know. I'm not sure. Let me do this right here. Okay, my bad. It's everybody stay with me. Let's see. This is who is on hold the longest. I don't know who it is, but they've been on hold the longest.
Well,
Hi, you're live on Fade to
here.
Black.
Can
Who's
you hear
calling?
me?
What's that?
It's Deb. Can you hear me?
Who? I can't hear you. Who's this?
It's Deb from Sacramento.
It's Fred.
Deb.
It's Fred. Hey, Fred, how you doing?
Fred, give me a break, Jimmy.
It's
Deb
Fred.
from
Did you say
Sacramento.
Fred from
Oh, you're such a
Modesto?
brat.
Fred from Modesto?
Fred from Modesto. I better change my voice. Let's see if I can lower my
Fred
voice. Yeah,
from
Fred.
Modesto, who's got all the computer sound still on in the background because Fred is just doing stuff.
Yeah.
What are you
that's
doing,
right.
Deb? Hey, now we're all smoked out down here, man. We've got soot, smoke, crazy
God.
sunsets. I mean, it's overcast. It's just
know.
gnarly. It's like, apocalypse now, but for real. What's it like up
Yeah.
there?
Well, finally today it got better. And it's hazy, and the ash has gone out of the air, and it doesn't smell like smoke anymore. But obviously you saw my post a few days ago. It was horrible, and yesterday was still bad, too. I had my window on my car cracked a little bit, and when I opened it up yesterday to get in the car, there was ash inside the car, too. It had drifted inside the car and was all over the outside of the car. So anyway, finally it's getting better, hopefully. But then on the news today, I saw there's another Butte fire going, so
Right.
there'll probably be more coming our way.
Right.
But I don't want to talk about the conspiracy of these fires because it's going to upset me. So I want to keep it lighthearted, and I have a few things for you. But first, I wanted to ask you: did you figure out the mystery of that picture that was posted of you last night?
Nope, have not. I do not. It's I don't have that house where I lived there for years and years and years. Okay. I have no pictures of me in that house. I have 2 pictures of me outside of the house, right? Next to my car in the back and next to a friend of mine's car, a roommate, JJ Jackson. His Monte Carlo, standing next to that out and back. You can see the back door. But inside the house, I've got 0 pictures. I used to have a bunch. I've just lost them over the years, and I have none. That's before the days of digital. It was just everything was, on
Polaroid,
paper. Yeah.
Is it
So-
possible that McCleister or one of those guys could have ended up with some pictures of you?
No. So specifically, this is what's so strange about that picture is that because of the guitar, right? The specific guitar that I know exactly when the picture was taken because when I first got to California, I brought that guitar with me. And I'm in Pasadena, and I went down to this music store, local music store called Dr. Music, and I bought that neck. And I put that neck on the guitar, which was late 1984. And right after I put that neck on the guitar, I put a logo on the headstock. Like that week. I did it that week. And that picture is without the logo on the headstock. So I know that is when I first moved into that house. It was at the very, very, very beginning. It's before I put the stripes on that guitar. That neck is on the guitar, and the neck is on the guitar without the logo. So that is late 1984. before I was in the band Emergency, and that guitar was in that state that you see it in there for maybe a week, maybe a week. I didn't have many friends. I don't know who took that picture. It's a mystery, man. It's a mystery. I don't remember it being taken. I don't.
Were you in that house with buddies, or were you there with your parents?
No, I moved into that house, and then it was a 5-bedroom house on Lake Avenue in Pasadena, and then we brought in roommates, J.J. Jackson. We had I'm trying to think, Sheila. We had a lady there named Sheila. Let's see. I'm trying to think. J.J. Jackson, his cousin Brian. Those two guys. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I just don't remember that picture being taken with that guitar. It's a mystery.
Either it's one of two things. Either someone took it of you and you don't remember them taking it, or aliens took it and they wiped your memory.
Well, of course, aliens took it.
Sure they did.
But it's just
and
at that point in my life, at that house, it's bizarre to me. We didn't have cameras. We weren't taking a whole lot of pictures. We weren't doing that kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know how it was taken and who posted it. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because last night was the night. This is why I think whoever had it, they were planning to post it, because last night the venue was, aliens, UFOs, and talk about guitars and music.
Yeah.
And it was like guitar and music night, and that's the night they chose to post it.
Well,
so I think it was planned.
I'm with you on that. And this is the other thing. I immediately saved it. I'm happy that it was posted because I don't have a picture of me in that house. I just don't have one. And
if it weren't for the eyes, I never would have known it was you.
It's a crazy picture.
It doesn't look like you at all, except for the eyes. If you kind of zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Wild hair, man. Wild
man.
person.
It's all real.
So I wanted to give you a funny scenario, and then I want to give you a serious scenario, and I'll be quick because I know you're coming up on a break.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fun scenario is to save the world. You have to pick one of these. Okay. It's out of three things. You got to pick one. You either are going to go hunting for Bigfoot, or you're going to go ghost hunting, or you're going to get probed by aliens. Which one do you pick?
Oh, man. Oh. All right. Yeah, I got to go Bigfoot.
Really?
I got to go Bigfoot.
Okay.
Got to go Bigfoot.
Okay.
I mean, that's like the unresolved thing for me I'm going Bigfoot.
With a group of people, right?
I would want to do it with Rita and Eric. And
right.
I would have I would have the crew together. So it'd be Rita, myself, Eric, Stacy. We could drag Dan along, but Nurse Nancy, Karen, Lucinda, and Lisa Frith. And we gotta have a couple more guys in there. Well, me, Eric, and Dan. We're always the three.
And you're gonna bring guns, right?
No.
Be armed.
No.
Yes.
No.
At least a stun gun for protection. For
No.
Oh,
Hey, look, if Bigfoot wants to take us down, a gun ain't gonna help. That's the first thing. A stun gun, he's gonna get energy from that. That ain't gonna do nothing. No. You know what would help you in the Bigfoot thing? You know what you take with you? Fresh pizza. That's what you do.
Like what I sent you tonight.
Yeah,
that was mine. Well, so if you had clicked on it, you would have seen it was a whole piece of pizza. But I thought, if I send him this, will it get your stomach growling?
Okay,
so suggestion.
Before we get to the break, what was point number 2?
Okay. Well, no. Point number 3 was another scenario.
Right.
If you could go back, you've got a time machine, Jimmy Church, and you get to go back in time and relive 1 decade of your life. And in that decade, you get to be the age that you were in that decade. But you get to go back as the person mentally that you are now, with all the wisdom and knowledge and maturity and everything that you've gathered over all these years,
Right.
and the evolution of your soul. Which decade do you pick and why?
I would do the 70s. I would do the 70s so I could slap my mom and dad around, number one. And I would do that. And if I had to live through each scenario that I went through there, like my dad's 2 or 3 divorces that he went through, and my stepmothers and stepbrothers and all that crap that I had to live through, and I had to re-experience all of that, I would definitely want to do it with the intelligence that I have now, so I could continue to abuse everybody and slap them around. So I would definitely do that. And it would enable me to go through school again and take it a bit more serious, even though I took it very serious. But then, of course, I started playing guitar and doing other things down in Panama, and I would be able to go through that again and go through high school again. So I would go through the 70s, because I started off the 70s as, a 7-year-old. And ended it in 1980 as a 16-year-old. And I went through too much traumatic stuff that was not my fault. So I would be able to control it a bit better. And like I said, slap people around, and especially my dad. Yeah.
You'd have all that emotional control because you have the maturity with you. That's fantastic.
But I look back at it, and I've only got 60 seconds left, but I look back at it knowing what I know now at the age of 57, the people that were adults in my life through that period who were, in their late 20s or 30s or, late 30s, all those adults in my life were actually kids. And looking back now, I realize how immature and redunculous they were. And I always thought it was me, like all kids do, And you look back at it now, and the adults that were around me, which includes teachers and neighbors and parents and aunts and uncles and friends and all right? We're just idiots. And you think,
relate.
and you think as when you're a child, when you're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, you're blaming yourself. And now I'm able to look back and go, you know what? No, actually, it wasn't really me. It was the idiots that were around me. So that's why I would live the 70s over. The 80s, cool. I would never live the 80s over. It was a perfect decade for me. It was perfect. The 90s were perfect. The 2000s were perfect. The 2010s were perfect. And that's 20 years of Rita and I together. I wouldn't relive any of it. I would just keep it just the way it is. It's too perfect and too wonderful. The screw-up decade for me would be the 70s. Great question. There you go.
Well, thank you. I thought long and hard about that. Go Beckley Tappy, Jimmy.
Go Beckley Tappy, Deb. We'll see you Saturday over on Coast.
Yes, absolutely. Take care.
You too. Thank you so much. That's a great phone call. Deb, Fred from Modesto always comes in strong. Is that Sasquatch cereal? What is this? Oh, Sasquatch Pizza Company. Is that real? That looks real. Is that real? Madeline, is that real? Where can I get that? Over 3 pounds. Sasquatch Pizza Company. The huge pizza. Is that right? Is that real? Madeline, I need to know. All right, I got to take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with me.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen
until it's too late. We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to GetTheT.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's GetTheT.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend. Let's face it, you've always wanted to do a sky watch and see your first UFO. Today, it's easy. Just get your own HP7 3B Cobalt Jimmy Church Edition night vision goggles from Hoffman's Optics. This is the same U.S. military system that I use, featuring a Generation 3 blue phosphor image tube. That's right, it's blue, not black and green. This is the only blue system in the world, and it's waterproof, lightweight, combat-proof, simple to use, and ready to go. Hoffman's Optics helped create night vision sky watches, and now you can see what everyone has been talking about each night from your own backyard. Just call 760-231-9929. That's 760-231-9929. You can click on the banners on our site or visit UFONightVisionGoggles.com. That's UFONightVisionGoggles.com. Go back, Lee Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, open line, 747-228-2051. And 747-228-2051. And I'm just going to let everybody know my phone system is acting a little bit funky. And let me see what is going to happen here. All right. It's acting a little bit funky. Let's see. 747-228-2051. Oh, Madeline says that's a real pizza. Sasquatch Pizza. Send me a link. I'm going to order some. All right. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, you've got Paul from Smoky Grants Pass.
Hey, Paul from Smoky. It is smoky up there right now, man. I see what's going on in Medford for sure.
About like a ground fog, Phoenix and Talent are pretty much history. Everything that was in the Bear Creek drainage between Ashland and Medford is toast. All the mobile home parks, most of the residential and business districts in both towns are gone.
Yeah, I saw the before and after pictures today, the satellite stuff. I'm freaked out. That is just, and our thoughts and prayers are with everybody up there, man. That just, with everything else, right, that's going on. And then you have this.
There's been 7.
Okay, you got to turn me down in the background. You got to.
You're not on in the background.
Okay, what's going on? Sounds like I
got.
got. Okay, hold on for a second. It sounds like I got two calls going on at the same time. Who's on the line?
Dino and Reno.
Okay, say that again.
Dean and Reno.
Okay, see, I got two calls. I'm putting one of these on hold. See, my phone system's acting funky. Now who's on the line?
Not me.
Who's on the line?
Background. You got
Okay. What's going on? See, this is.
Okay, hold on for a second.
This is funky, man. That is just funkiness. And let me see here. It's weird. I can see what's going on with the calls, and it's just acting weird. Okay, so I'm just going to clear them out and see what I can bring in and see if I can get something clean. But one of these calls I can't hang up on. It's hard to explain, but it's like staying there. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
What's happening, Mr. Church? It's the Awakening Man.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing good. I feel like my health is good, and I'm looking to go back to Happy Jack next week on the 17th. We have a dark moon on that day, so that's what it was like that day that we were there. There was no visible moon in the sky that night, and the temperature is supposed to be 80 during the day and 50 in the evening, so I can live with that. So that's the plan.
Yeah, and you heard what I just said to Deb. If I was going to go, I mean, think about it, right? We would go, let's go squatching, and right. I want to rewrite the Grateful Dead song, right? Squatching, and we'll call it Squatching, and we'll rewrite it Squatching. And
they wrote a song called Squatching?
No, it's whatever that song is called. Their only hit. Whatever it is, I can't remember. Well, no, they never had a hit, but the one that was kind of what people think of. But anyway, you, myself, Rita, Nancy, Karen, Stacy, Dan, and so I guess it's just going to be the three of us. We're always the three dudes. Oh, no. We got to bring Brad and Michelle.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, Lucinda. We got to drag Lucinda along because we need somebody to talk about punk music for 4 days. So we got to do that and get the crew. And
November 29th, right, is Rita's birthday, so she's going to come along as part of her surprise birthday. That's the plan?
Oh, you want to do the September 29th. Rita, I just asked her today. I said, honey, what are we going to do for your birthday? I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to, that's her thing.
Oh,
no. She wants to plan a big birthday for me because it's like a week later, and I love her for that, and that's great. But and we had a blast last year in Palm Springs, man. That was just that was an epic weekend. So anyway, if we did that and brought the crew to Happy Jack, woo. That's
this place is so awesome. Even if there were no Bigfoot and there were no UFOs, this is just such a great spot because it's just 8,000 feet up in the sky. You got the tall trees and the clean air and no sound. It's just awesome.
Have you had this Sasquatch pizza?
No, but I saw it, and that's anytime you're going to market something, if you can throw Bigfoot or Sasquatch or an alien in there, you're going to bump your numbers up because people are, that's good marketing. That's all.
Oh, wait a minute. It's the Steaming Sicilian Pizza Company. It's not bad. I've had for frozen pizza. It's pretty good. Okay. Sasquatch Pizza Company, but this says Screaming Sicilian. Okay, but if that's what it is, Mother of Meat, the Holy Pepperoni, Bessie's Revenge, and Supremus Maximus. I've had the Supremus Maximus. It's pretty good. So is that what it is, Madeline? Send me a link. Just send me the link, Madeline. You can do it. I know you've got it in you. You can do it. You know how to send the link. Just post it right there on Twitter. I'm going to go check it out. So what else is going on out there in the world of
UFOs? You were talking about Communion. Was that the Communion with Christopher Walken, or
yes.
That a different Communion?
No, with Christopher Walken.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Great
movie. I love Walken. He's one of the best, if not. He's actually, if their movie came out right now and it got good reviews, it had Walken in it, I'd go watch it. He's about the only guy really that I get excited about, though.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the movie. Oh, Joe Dirt. When he played Joe Dirt's dad. I think, no, not his dad.
Oh, I didn't see that.
His uncle. Was it his uncle? Oh, man. Yeah. Christopher Walken and Joe Dirt is epic, man. Epic. Yeah. You know what, though? His best movie, and they're all great, but if you go back, if you really want to go Disturbed, Deer Hunter.
Oh God, yes, I can't.
Deer Hunter, man, and watch it from beginning to end. It spans so much time, and it's so epic on how they present it. But Deer Hunter is one of his best, and he's done so many great films. Great films. Yeah. No question about it. But what's going on out there in the world of UFOs?
Well, I mean, I've been home, dealing with the air quality like you guys are, and we got the ash. I wash my car every day just to keep the ash off it, kind of deal.
Right.
But so I drove to Solvang today because the weather report said that the air was clean and clear here, and I'm thinking, okay, I just drive an hour up the road here, and I'll just hang out. And the weather's the same here as it is where I live. I mean, apparently the smoke is everywhere. There's no escaping the smoke right now.
Is Solvang, is that the home of split pea soup?
Yes, it is. Right.
That's it. Right.
Yeah. But San Clemente, now, I don't know if you know this, not too far up the road going south, is the air quality and the weather's good there. For some reason, the smoke isn't blowing, in the direction of San Diego from Los Angeles. I'm not sure why that is, but so I'm thinking I might go spend a day up there. We're waiting for Avalon to get good. The weather quality there is horrible, but as soon as Santa Catalina's, we already got what's his name? You had him on the show, Preston Dennett. He's already agreed to do like a weekend excursion with myself, and Gigi wants to go, and Brad wants to go. We're going to do like a Catalina, excursion soon. Just waiting for the right time. How that goes.
Well, Preston Dennett, man, he's a party machine.
Is he? I doubt that. I don't think so, bro.
He's a party machine, man. He's gonna run you guys in the ground.
He can write some books, that guy, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
come
can.
on, he's prolific.
He can crank him out, man. He's a great guy.
Good at it too. So yeah. So anyway, I want to go. I can't get anybody to go there with me. I'm really hesitant to go by myself.
Well, dude, you tell you tell the story like you did, and you think anybody wants to go to Happy Jack right now, especially with you?
There are people. Actually, there's a couple guys on Facebook. I don't know these guys. They belong to this Happy Jack Facebook group, and I'm not a big Facebook guy, but I joined a few groups because I'm trying to learn some more stuff about it. Anyway, so this one guy who lives up there and a couple other guys are, they got their stories, but he says, I'm ready, let me know. I'll meet you up there. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to give up my secret spot, because this spot is like, I don't think anybody knows about this spot. I'm just I don't want it to get all commercialized. I don't want to go up there 1 month and say, okay, I've got the great spot where we can have it all to ourselves. And all of a sudden we get up there, there's like 3 RVs up there because they found it already. It's one of those kind of things. I'm trying to hide it from people.
Yeah. You don't want that.
But we'll see. I want Raw. I've been trying to get Raw to go. Raw and his girl, I forget her name. Chris, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about. I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Raw's girlfriend and him, they went last time. I don't think Polk's going to go. I think he's over it.
Polk's over it?
Yeah, I think it damaged him. I think that he just didn't something about it. The experience. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't. He's in his own. He's in another world now.
Well, dude, you damaged half of the Fadernight audience, man. Yeah.
I'm not going to bring a gun though. I thought about it. There's no gun. I'm just. I'm going to bring peanut butter and jelly, ham sandwiches.
Yep.
Apples.
Yep.
Okay, one last thing, because then I'll jump off the line here. I want to tell you. Now, do you remember Art Bell had this show? It was years ago. I'd have to find out what year it was, but he had this lady named Ruth on, who was lived out there in Virginia somewhere, or someplace out in the woods, and she was interviewed by Art Bell for like 2.5 hours about all the Bigfoot experiences she was having. Did you ever hear that show, or are you familiar with that show?
It's sounding familiar, but I can't say officially.
I'm going to try to figure out how to get the link to you, and you got to, even if you just play it in the background while you're doing your work, while you're multitasking. This is honestly, it's the best Bigfoot show ever, and you would even appreciate it. And nobody can find this lady because apparently other guys have been trying to find her to get her on their show, but she just did one show with Art Bell, and that was it. She kind of went off the grid after that. But anyway,
if you had a favorite Art Bell show, number one, what would it be?
This is by far the one with the Ruth.
What?
With Lady Ruth, yeah. Yeah, I'm not kidding you, man. When this guy found it for me, who's
better. Is it Mel's Hole? Is it better than Mel's Hole?
Well, this lady is classic. She's probably in her 60s, maybe, and she has her teenage son that lives out there with her, and she's got that kind of a Okie accent, and real down to earth, and no BS about her, and she was entertaining, and her and Art back and forth, and the stories. I mean, I was completely convinced that she wasn't making any of it up. But it was like 2.5 hours of just. I was just couldn't get my ears off. I mean, there was not a moment that I wasn't interested in what she was saying. Was that good?
I always go back to Mel's Hole. If there was a classic Art Bell, it continued on for a couple of days, but the original night one of Mel's Hole was about as good as radio has ever been. There's that. And then there is I'm trying to think of his name. The guy in Washington that took the pictures of the alien craft in the woods and they ate his dog. And then he hit he posted all the pictures. Then he hit the alien.
Oh, I know you're talking about, the guy that said he was a doctor.
Yeah. He hit the alien in the head, cut and knocked him out, took him home, put it in his freezer and in the garage.
In the freezer, right?
Right. And then he posted the video.
Jonathan Reed. I think his name's Jonathan.
Jonathan Reed, right. So the original.
Check this out. I'm glad you brought this up. So he's on Facebook, And he tried to join this group that I'm in with Eric Mitchell, this experiences group, and Eric wouldn't have him because everybody said this guy's a phony and he's a fraud. Don't let him in on our group because the story is, I'm not saying I know it to be true, but the story is he uses this story to hustle women, and he goes around and he gets these women to feel sorry.
Okay, you got to be careful with what you're saying, Eric. Don't say stuff like that.
All right, I'm just saying it's a story I heard.
You're going to get sued if you say stuff like that. He will chase you down.
You got to get him on the show though, because he is a good storyteller.
No. This is the thing. There is a difference between a classic Art Bell show like Jonathan Reed and Mel's Hole and the moment that was caught, right? It was magic. Mel turned out to be a fraud, but that doesn't change the show. The show was magical. Jonathan Reed turned out to be a fraud, but it doesn't change the show. The show is entertaining and it's great to listen to. Mel turned out it was all fake. It was all made up. It was all this and that. But it doesn't change the show. The show was great.
Did people know right away that it was, because I never heard the Mel show. Was that
I heard
fake, or they figured it out later?
No, I heard Mel live, right? I heard it. I listened to it all week, by the way, each night. I could not believe what I was listening to. It was unbelievable. It was probably about a year later or 2 years later, Mel resurfaced and said he went to Australia and he was raising minks or something, some kind of marsupial, some kind of rodent, I don't know. So he goes and he starts a farm in Australia and did that and came back and found another hole and another on an Indian reservation. It had a hatch on it and it went to another world and it was built by aliens and Nazis. Yeah, some crazy, I don't know. But
well, you put the Nazi in there, that adds credibility.
But the story, I don't know. I'm making that part up. But the story didn't have the impact, right? Well, the thing was that the original Mel's Hold, man, I feel so bad for everybody that's on hold. You guys just stay right there. Is this that the town, the people, the location, everything that Mel had, they went out. They knew the location and everything. And they were like, there is no hole here. There's nothing. No, that dude, no, it's not. And it was funny because people started like you and Happy Jack. Is it Happy Jack or Cracker Jack? What is it called?
Happy Jack. Happy Jack.
Happy Jack.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with a cereal, Happy Jacks, with little miniature marshmallow Bigfoot.
Okay, I'm down for that. There's some
we'll
marketing there.
Black. We'll call it Fade to Jack.
There's some marketing there. What did Gene Simmons say, or Mel Brooks? It's all about the marketing. So anyway, just like what's about to happen to Cracker Jack is the same thing that happened to Mel's Hole. People listen to that show. They wanted to go find the hole. They wanted to find the hole that went to the center of the earth that didn't have a bottom to it. And it turned out it didn't exist. And but that doesn't change the show. It just doesn't change the show. Somebody just said David Adair. The original David Adair show, the original one, that was magic. That was magic.
It went like 7 hours, I heard. 6 or 7 hours that night, apparently.
It was 4 hours. But
4 hours, okay. The way he told it, though, was like 6 hours.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does 3 shows in an hour. He talks really fast. But the original David Adair show, yeah. Madman Markham, the original, yeah, there's no question about it. There are some really, really classic Art Bell moments that no matter what how do I say this? No matter what Coast and Art and other things in the later years for me, Art, and this is a positive thing, but it's where the show started to go a little south, is that Art started to get pretty smart. Art started to know the subjects. Because back in the early days of Art, he was innocent. He didn't know about Area 51. He didn't know who Bob Lazar was. He didn't know about Roswell. He didn't know about the on and on and on and on and on. So his questions came from wonderment, right? He was inquisitive. He's like a little kid and investigating all of these things. Sidonia on Mars and Hoagland and all of this crazy stuff. The internet was new. And so Art was exploring all of this stuff in real time with his audience. As time went on, Art was smart. He learned these subjects over and over again, and he studied them. So the questioning and the line of questioning in the interviews came from another mindset. It didn't come from the mindset of trying to figure this, because Art was like, what? What happened? What was that? What? And there was that part of it. And that was the magic of 93, 94, 95, Art Bell. That's what made that show so great. That's just my opinion, but I'm just saying for me as a listener, we were learning these subjects along with Art. And later on, he got smart, and the questioning just wasn't the same as it was. When he came back on Sirius, it was great to hear his voice, but he didn't have all the guests that he had on were guests that he had on multiple times, and the questions just weren't there. And they weren't there for Art either, and he tried to get that magic back from the innocence of Art Bell that happened in 93, 94, 95. I went through it too. I'm still going through it. So there you go. Thank you so much, Eric.
Well,
I got to
go Beckley Tepe, brother.
Go Beckley Tepe, man. I'm glad that your health is back.
Right on, brother. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Eric Awakening Man, go Beckley Tepe. Thank you so much, Eric. That's a great phone call. And right now, I got to take a quick break. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. One segment left of your phone calls. I'll be right back. This is Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. That's easy. At JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. We got all the chat rooms open. Hashtag F2BQ is Fade to Black questions. Call the number 747-228-2051. I'll be right back. Stay with me.
Here, and you are listening to my boy Jimmy Church on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Tepe.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. Thursday night, Fader Night, open lines all night long. One segment left, 747-228-2051. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Right there. Twitter's been on fire tonight, and really appreciate all of that, including Madeline's pictures of the Sasquatch frozen pizza. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. It's live in front of me right there. And hashtag F2BQ is Fade to Black questions. Only post questions there. Don't do what Mark Tirana does. Mark posts all of his comments in there, and I don't read them. I just ignore them now. He's permanently in the corner. And then we have two chat rooms. One over at Spreaker, one over at KGRA The Planet. Hello to everybody on YouTube, everybody that's over on Facebook. We're going to be doing an AMA next Thursday night, and I will let you know exactly what's going on with that AMA, but there's a specific reason why we are doing it. All right. Now, let's go back to the phones. I got one segment left of open lines. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Oh, hey. Okay, I didn't know I was live. Hey, listen, Jimmy, my name is Jay. I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Yep.
And I'd just like to say you mentioned a long time ago you were talking about George Van Tassel.
Yep.
Remember that?
Well, I talk about George all the time.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway, go ahead, Jay. I interrupted you.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's like I'm an old dude, and I was living in L.A. and I went out there and I visited him quite often. He used to have a little magazine called The Proceedings, and they sent it out all the time.
Right.
But he was affiliated with Howard Hughes.
Yes, he was.
And when I was there, I remember he had that Inegratron, and he was building that thing.
Well, hold on, Jay. Let me. Can we back up the car just a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got my attention. Just to let you. Okay. You got my attention.
Yeah.
What year did you first meet George?
Holy shit! That was excuse me. That was like in the 60s.
What,
Good Lord,
was
that like
67?
67, 68, something like that.
I got you. And how old?
Wait. No, because I was married, and that would have been about 70, 71. So that would have been in that time.
How old were you?
I was at that time probably about 20.
20.
Exactly 20.
And how old was George by that time?
Oh hell, he was in his 70s, I think.
Yeah. And was?
And I met his wife. I met him, and we had apple pie.
Shut up!
I remember that.
Wow,
the best apple pie in the friggin' planet. But yeah, so go ahead.
No, that's I just want I want the frame of mind, right? So
yeah, right.
Now you've it's 1970. You've heard about Giant Rock, and Joshua Tree. So you make the drive out there. What was it like back then? Was there a lot of people that were making the trek or were you by yourself?
It was just kind of like, I happened to be out in Joshua Tree at that time, and I used to go out to where the Indians were in that particular area and kind of camp out there. I had a van,
right,
and with my wife and my daughter at that time, and just kind of spent time spacing out in the desert kind of thing, and I happened to see this place called Giant Rock. It was like off to the left, and I went off and I saw this thing, and I saw the Negratron, and I met him, and and then from then on I was going like we were going out every weekend.
Well, that first, tell me about. We're going to talk about Van Tassel in a second.
Yeah.
But right now I want to talk about you. When your first drive out there, right? And you're on that dirt road, you're in the desert, right? And you
old Indian Springs Road.
Right.
I'll never forget it.
And you round the corner, and then there's Giant Rock. And you go, holy crap. What went through your mind the first time you saw Giant Rock?
I blew my mind because we drove around that Giant Rock. And, of course, he had the airport out a little further out from where the rock was.
Right.
And underneath the Giant Rock, there was a whole library. He had a whole library set up underneath there. I was actually underneath there. And all these books, and he had a little lounge down there, and it was incredible. I mean, I thought, how in the hell did this guy do this? But he pulled it off, and I mean, I was amazed.
The Rock is bigger than you can even imagine, right? You're not prepared for that.
No, it's the biggest boulder in the United States.
I think it's the biggest boulder in the world. Yeah.
Right, and it's iodized too. So it's got this kind of a weird. It's like a phosphorus kind of outer
coating
layer on the top of it.
Yep.
Coating, on the top.
Yep.
And it's very bizarre. I mean, you have to be there and you have to see it, and it just is insane. I guess from what somebody tried to blow it up or something like that.
Well, they did. There's
really sad.
There's a couple of. When was the last time you were there?
Oh man, the last time I was there was probably in the late 70s.
Yeah, because now a big chunk of it, not a big chunk, but a chunk of it split off. It broke.
Right.
So that's sitting off to the side. It's small compared to the size of Giant Rock, but a chunk of it is lying off to the side. And then around the back side where Van Tassel lived and had his little restaurant with his wife and the library that you're talking about, that entrance is still there. But I think the Park Service, I could be wrong.
Well, the restaurant's not.
No, all of that's gone. But underneath where everything was, that I think they blew it up. They intentionally, because people were going. I think the Park Service did it, where too many people were going. It was dangerous, right? And so they filled it in. You can walk under there. I went down there and poked my head in and kind of looked around but it is it's rocks, it's boulders, it's filled in.
Did you see anything in there? Was there anything like? Would you see books or anything?
No,
in there?
I think this is I was hoping to see something. No, there's nothing there. It's filled in, but you can see to the back wall. You can see where it would have been, and I think there's like graffiti on that wall. So, that's my memory. All I know is when I stuck my head down there, Jay, I was like, "Well, this is a drag." All right,
you got a feeling, right?
Yeah, you can't go in there. You can't.
Yeah, right, exactly. It was a little dangerous. Yeah, but that's where he said he got all his inspiration and everything. And
what did he tell you? What did he tell you?
Well, we were talking about how I guess like he was talking about at that time it was like how Tesla got his inspiration, and he was talking to aliens kind of thing, and that he had this. I mean, it was like this big connection between the aliens and that kind of thing. And it's kind of, I'm getting kind of muddled right now. But yeah, it's like he was very.
If you were 20, wait a minute, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were 20 in 1970, you're telling me that you're 70 right now?
I'm 69 right now. I'm 70 right now. Yeah.
You sound like you're 25.
Well, thanks, man.
No, that's
yeah.
Right on.
No, there's a lot of muddling going on. Believe me, Jimmy. I mean, there's a lot there that I'm not trying to let on.
No, but, man, you sound great. I hope when I hit 69, 70, I sound just like you. But back to Van Tassel.
Awesome,
did he tell you about going on the ships back in the early 50s and what that was like?
He never mentioned that. I think he was kind of reluctant because, there's a lot of people that were skeptic, and he was meeting a lot of skeptic people. And I think, like when you just walk up and you're having, ice cream and pie, and his wife's serving all this stuff, it's like, he was just trying to be kind of nice. And it was like he was more, I don't know, he didn't want to cause any friction, what he was, that kind of guy. He was very personable, he's very personable. And but the thing is that he was talking about Howard Hughes and Tesla and how they all at the same time, they all believed that they were in communication with aliens, which was really bizarre at that time. It always stuck with me. I mean, all through the years, and I don't know. It's very strange. I just wanted to share that. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to share with you is this: why hasn't somebody? Because I seen how much energy he put into that Enegratron. Why hasn't somebody tried to make a working model of that?
Well, Have
you ever thought about that?
Well, and even, yes, of course.
Jay, you were inside, right? You looked inside? At the wiring and everything?
I've only been to the outside of it. I have not been inside.
Inside, there's thousands of feet of like 12-2 wiring. It's like, it's number 12 wiring, copper wiring bare, that winds around the inside of that whole structure. And it's like a big echo chamber, and it's insanely brilliant. If you go into everything is made of dowels. There's no metal pieces.
Yeah, there's no nails. Wire. Right.
Yeah, nothing. And it's insane. I mean, if you go in there and you just have to wonder, to put that much energy into something, it has to be real.
Well, Van Tassel leaked out one time the mathematical formula that the Venusians,
whatever they were,
gave to him.
Venusians or whatever.
Yeah, gave to him, which he used for the Integratron and also for his time machine recorder that he built in Santa Monica. So he gives this he gives this equation. He says it out loud.
Right.
And I've wondered, why hasn't somebody taken that and gone somewhere with it? Either finished the Integratron, tested this time recorder, or B, debunked it and said it's BS. But it's like it's laid out there and nobody has taken it anywhere. I find that just strange.
Isn't it strange? I mean, and I look at that. I was there when he had the final production of that whole Negatron was the Tesla coil he had on the outside. He had the world's largest Tesla coil ever made, and it was made and that was funded by Howard Hughes. It was huge. And it had like two balls that were on the outside. One was connected to the outside of the ring of that Integratron. One that was actually on the Tesla coil.
Yeah, there was two of them. Yeah,
in between them. Yes.
Yes.
And the arc would go between them.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Well, from what I understood, now here this may be BS, but I don't know. At that particular time, somebody went in and they got that thing, and they took it out of there. So somebody's got it. But I mean that stopped the whole production. That had stopped everything. So I'm kind of blown away. It really made me sick because I was following him for years, and hoping he would come up with something and change everybody's thinking on this whole issue. But anyway.
Yeah, I spent years, Jay. I invested a lot of time in Van Tassel, in going back and listening to, which you can find online, all of his Rotary Club and Lions Club and Elks Lodge and the Moose Lodge, and these different lodges.
Well, you did your homework then.
Yeah, but somebody out there, thankfully, recorded all of those, and we're talking about from the early 50s. And so they recorded them all, and they are archived online, and you can go and listen. And some of these talks are 2 and 3 hours long. They're crystal clear. You can hear everything. But so I did I really felt that I understood George and where he was coming from, and he fascinated me to no end. Giant Rock and the conventions out there, that's one thing. But
he wasn't phony.
I don't think so either.
Guy, man.
But there is, if you go back and listen to the way that Van Tassel describes how he got on board the craft, what it looked like inside, what the controls were like, everything to fly the craft, how he describes it. This isn't 1950s B-movie spaceship talk. He is describing something that wasn't part of technology of those days. Back then, it was giant levers, right, and pressure gauges.
I know.
Not the way that George describes it. And when he describes what it was like to fly, it was. I believe that it really happened. I do, just like George describes it, and you can go and listen to it. You can go and listen to all those Rotary Club tapes.
You have to sit down and you have to really you got to be one-on-one with them, and it's like you really realize that you're talking to a real human being that's not BSing you.
Have you seen?
I mean, you can tell that.
Have you seen the television interview that he did with the reporter from Scotland? Have you seen that? It's black and white.
Yes, I think so. Yes,
that's
when he was. Yes,
that's when he talks about the time machine in Santa Monica.
Yes, the time machine. Exactly. Yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Well,
he was a lot like that. He just was very casual. He was a nice casual man. That's all I can say.
Well, the guy speaking.
His wife was even awesome.
Well, the guy speaking, Jay, in that interview. Isn't crazy.
No,
he's not crazy.
So
no, I'm fully in with George Van Tassel. I would have done anything to have been able to meet somebody like him. He was absolutely incredible. There were other guys and gals from that same era that I'm not going to drop names or anything because people are fans of and respect. But there were other personalities in that circle that I never bought their story. I never bought it.
Right, exactly.
I'm not going to go into it, but I never did. George Van Tassel was a completely unique situation. And
absolutely. There was a lot of craziness around his stuff, but I mean, around his era, but, the man himself was real, his wife was genuine. They were just two very humble people. And, he was just a really neat guy. And yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I was reluctant on calling you, but I knew you would probably appreciate the fact that there was somebody out there that actually met this guy and talked to him and conversed with him. And I thought, hey, I owe it to you just to give you a call.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jay. And I can't believe that you were able to go down there and in that living room with all the chairs and, the coffee table and the books and things. And man, that is just crazy.
I sat in there for a long time, actually. And I was reading some of the books. And it's I could see where he got his meditation, but it's a very interesting place. Oh, and he had a picture. Check this out. When you walk into the restaurant at that time, on the outside of the restaurant, before you go in, he had a picture of a saucer that was above the rock.
Shut up. No, he did not, Jay. Did he really?
He did. He did. He did. And there's still that. I saw the picture. You can go online. You can see it. There's a picture of it's real kind of faint, and it's got like this kind of strange. Looks like rays that are coming down on the rock itself. And he's taken pictures of this. They took pictures of it. This is years ago, and it was actually in the local newspaper. He just go look it up. It's archived. All that stuff is out there. So,
somebody's going to post it in Twitter before the end of the show. I've only got a few minutes left.
I've
never seen those pictures.
It's pretty cool, Jimmy. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Anyway,
Jay, thank you for the phone call, man. And
hey, you take care, man. Go Beckley Teppy, man.
Go Beckley Teppy, Jay, and enjoy your weekend.
Hey, you too, bud. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. And Jay from Oregon, that is an incredible phone call. And I need to stress this. Somebody that was out at Giant Rock and had the opportunity to sit down with George and his wife and, of course, the apple pie. But to be able to have done that at Giant Rock, that is an experience. Just going out to Giant Rock today, knowing about the history, and you just stand there and you look, because it's been destroyed. The hill behind it, which is covered with these beautiful rocks, it's completely graffitied. Everybody's just gone up, and I'm talking about thousands of rocks have been graffitied all the way up the side of the mountain, and it's not cool. It's not cool. I don't care if it's ET or not. It's not cool. But when you turn around and you look at Giant Rock, and you're looking out over the desert, much of it is unchanged. It's still just open desert. But just to picture 10,000, 15,000 people just spread out for these UFO conventions, I cannot imagine. Is this the picture that he was talking about? Okay, that's pretty interesting. That's a pretty interesting picture right there. There's a lot of people there. And that's obviously during one of the Giant Rock UFO conferences. Yeah, here's another shot of his room. Now, again, when you go to Giant Rock, this who posted this? Oh, Mark Tarana posted this. He posted this not as a question. Well done. Mark. In this picture of Van Tassel downstairs, this is underneath Giant Rock. So when you go there today, there's another picture of me standing in front of Giant Rock, and you can see my car out there. My SUV is out there in the background. So you can see that SUV is a BMW, okay, X5. So you can see if that's a big SUV, and you can see the size of Giant Rock. And even this picture doesn't do it justice, how massive it is. I'm probably 50 yards away from it in this picture, maybe 100 yards away. But right below my ear, off to the side of my cheek, you can see the shadow. That is the entrance right there to Van Tassel's pad. That's why, and it's this part here that's dynamited in. And so you go up and you look underneath what Mark has posted here. I'm looking, I've got to leave. I've got to sign off here in about 30 seconds. This is where he lived, downstairs. And all of that now is rocks. They dynamited it, and this entire room that you're seeing here, he's got electricity, he's got everything going on. This is all filled in now, and you can't see any of it. It's literally, it's like 4 feet round, and you can look in and see that the entire room that you're seeing, it's like a story and a half tall, is now full of crushed boulders. Unbelievable. But if you ever get a chance, go out to Giant Rock. Yeah, look at this other picture from Life magazine. And you can see the size of the room, right? It's like 2 stories tall. It is now completely filled with rubble. That's the only way that I can explain it. Yeah, you can see it here. This other picture, Giant Rock, Toronto, wherever you got this. This is fantastic. You can see the entrance right there. That's all dynamited in. It's not there. It doesn't exist anymore. What a great night. What a great Thursday night here on Fade to Black. I love Thursday night. I love hanging out with all of you. This is absolutely incredible for me. Want to remind everybody, tomorrow is September 11th. Let's get through the day and get through all of that, and then come over and hang out with me. Saturday night, the 12th, I'm over at Coast to Coast AM, and my guests are Jacques Vallée and John Greenwald Jr. of the Black Vault. You're not going to want to miss any of that. So I'll see everybody Saturday night, and then we're going to be working on the H Factor all weekend. We'll get to that and get that done and finished for you, too. Fade to Black's executive producers, Rita Camarion. Shows produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA, The Planet. This broadcast is only copyrighted 2020 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll see everybody Saturday over at Coast to Coast, and then right back here on Monday. Until then, be safe. Go Beckley Tepe.